you are in the top 24 chosen ones who are going to learn about this AI and data cloud directly from Salesforce. How do you see this AI and data? Tell us about it.
Within a week or so, there are million users added. For AI to work, you need the data. That data is coming from the data cloud.
Explain what is Salesforce Data Cloud.
Before that, let me ask you a few questions.
This is reverse interview now.
How do you shop basically?
Online H&M.
You purchase the product and you return the product in different channels. One is through online, another one is through a store.
Salesforce also can integrate, without Einstein GPT also, we can integrate with OpenAI. Then how is this different from that?
There are greater tools, easy access and easy to integrate it.
OpenAI integration, if it's still possible without Einstein GPT.
I cannot say impossible, but I don't know how easy it would be. And then there are tools in the AI platform, Einstein Copilot Studio. And the Copilot Studio areas which you can build, one is a prompt builder, another one is AI model builder.
Where can I go and learn about all these concepts that you talked about?
So one is Trailblazer videos, the webinars and seminars. Then there is the Partners Learning Camp. There is a specific course on data cloud.
AI will come and replace their jobs and their careers will be lost. You are in the top 24 chosen ones who are going to learn about this AI and data cloud directly from Salesforce. But having from the same perspective of, you mentioned mainframes. Somebody who has looked at mainframes, all through the IT revolution, the high and low, and now the AI revolution, the fourth industry or the fifth industry revolution, what we call. How do you see this, the AI and data? Tell us about it.
Okay. Let me ask you this question. I'm sure you must be using the Chat GPT, right?
I think the answer is yes, not just for me, but anybody watching. We all have used Chat GPT. Yes.
Okay. So what do you understand about the Chat GPT and how that, how you're able to get nice, cool answers?
I think I'm using a free version, so it just goes back, looks at lots and lots of data, and based on how correctly I'm asking a question, it brings me. There are probably a lot of programs written which brings me the right answer written in the right manner for me to understand. Right.
So basically, are you getting that great answers or what is that?
Sometimes I get good answers, but if I want to, I think there have been cases where I think I searched about something about cricket or something like World Cup, and then I realized it doesn't know as much about the World Cup which recently went through, and I realized there's a limitation of because I'm using a free one, limitation of how much data it can access. Apparently, the free version is not accessing the recent data. It is using data only till 2022 or 2021. But the accuracy really depends on how I'm asking. But otherwise, I think the data was really, I would say the access to data there was a difference, and that probably disappointed me a couple of times. But otherwise, I've been able to get good answers.
Right. I think, if you notice, here are two things. One is this Chat GPT, we may call it an artificial intelligent thing, right? And the next one is the data. This data is critical for Chat GPT to give the accurate or latest information. It's all depends on the data, and maybe you have a premium version, then the latest data. Otherwise, you get some data, right? This is exactly the case. I will ask a few questions. I'll try to explain you what is the data cloud and all about.
But before you go to the data cloud, as you were mentioning about data cloud, all of us have also got a lot of questions, or how we have heard about AI and data in the recent past, especially I think after Dreamforce, there's more talk about AI and data, especially from the Salesforce perspective, and Salesforce products like Salesforce Data Cloud, Einstein platform, Copilot. There are so many keywords that are flying around us. I think I want to take this opportunity to ask you, what is this Salesforce? I mean, how do you explain what is Salesforce Data Cloud?
Okay. Before that, let me ask you a few questions.
Some more questions to answer. Okay. So this is reverse interview now.
How do you shop basically?
Okay. I think I haven't been shopping a lot recently, but off late I think the most recent shopping experience was online H&M. I guess H&M was.
Okay. So you basically go into the online store, right? Portal. Then
yes,
you go and look for whatever you want to buy. For example, you want to buy a cap. Then you look at you log into you go to the
Yes.
website, you go to that each section, then you browse through, and whatever you like, then you add it to the cart. Then sometimes if you don't like, you remove from the cart.
Yes.
Finally, then you buy something. For example, you buy a red cap, right?
Okay, I wouldn't purchase a red cap ever, but yeah, I know what you're saying. Okay,
Right.
go ahead.
So then after a while, they will send you notifications about the when it's going to ship and everything. Then it'll ship it to you. And let's say you open the box and you look at the red cap and you try it on yourself. Not so happy.
Yeah, not so
Then
happy. Yes.
then straight away you went to, maybe after a few days you went to the store. This time, like, they're given an opportunity to return your item at the store,
Okay.
right? I mean,
Yes.
for the convenience. So they said, you can go and return, whatever you don't like, you can return at the store, and you return that at your the H&M and whatever your Jara, whatever, you returned it, right?
Zara it is. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So when you return it, and after a while, you notice, like, you are getting emails from your favorite Jara store, right? Now, hey, we have, like, one more red shirt, right, and one more red sneakers, something, they are sending an email. They just say, like, yeah, we liked it, but typically,
Yeah, I mean typical marketing mails that I get after I purchase something, depending on what I purchased.
right,
Yes.
right.
Yes. Yes.
So this case, this is exactly what the one of the use cases of the store really didn't know that you purchased a product and you return the product in a different channels. One is through online, another one is through a store,
Yes.
right? But you are getting some kind of email message. Let's take
Yeah, the marketing emails that I'm
right,
getting
right,
about those
right,
caps or
and
whatever.
the products.
Yeah.
But what is that is happening? The most of the organizations, the data is siloed data, which means what are happening here might not know in other areas. So your website interactions are not really capturing. Before that, you in the website, you, out of like a 20 products, you looked at it. Out of them, 80% of the time you spend an Adidas store. You like Adidas shirts and all, right? And then finally you purchase your product. But later on, but what is that that is missing is they're not understanding your behavior or your interest or your profile, to be specific. With the data cloud, I'll tell you, like, what kind of services we can provide. Now all they can capture how you interacted with your website. You looked at a page, one page to other page, or one section to other section, and then how you spend your time and where you're spending time. For example, 80% of time you're looking at Adidas products, just say, throw in the number, right? And you're looking at the blue color ones, but happened to be somehow you stumbled upon the red and you tried. Then later on you went to the store, and then the store you returned it. So in the data cloud, we can capture all the information about your website. Since siloed data, we can also capture with the data cloud, collect another ones, both CRM data and non-CRM data, and an external one. You also capture your store interaction where you return information, and then we can get a complete 360-degree view of your interaction, which means, okay, now the data cloud, I can really say, like, Roshan come to the website and we looked all these areas. Looks like these are interesting, products, or the color and the size and everything. But also he returned at the store a red cap. Probably later on you must have purchased like a blue cap or blue color shirt. And in the entire data, we can identify that your interest is blue, not red. Then that information, we can get it and send it and integrate with the marketing cloud, which is maybe probably an outside of this one. With the data cloud, we can integrate it and we can send the right information, so that the marketing cloud can really send you, the products that you probably like.
So what I understand here, just a small pause there, is with data cloud, uh, I'll probably not receive product. The possibility of me as an end consumer receiving emails or promotional mails about a wrong product would go down, and because it can capture the data better from different sources, as you mentioned, and you know more about the customer, as you know the color, what where I purchased and I returned. So even if the sources are different, I could do that, which will make me a more or happier customer, or and also increase the website sales, because the kind of promotional emails I'm getting because of data cloud capturing better data is better emails now and better products that I receive in my box, and not another red shirt because I bought a red cap.
Right.
Is that correct?
If you have a quality data about yourself, the companies can serve you better. They're more personalized you. They can tell you what is that you like, even sometimes before you know it. Right?
Yes.
So that's where like it comes in. In this scenario, the same use case which talking about, the email itself is generated by AI, that what Salesforce is going to provide, that using the chat GPT underneath, right? In Einstein AI platform has this
But
capability.
is this part of the data cloud that you already talked about? Because you mentioned Salesforce data cloud capabilities, like an example that you gave about the store. Is this email and writing better email and Einstein, is it part of data cloud, or is it a different product that I should see?
So it
Because
is
I guess it is AI in data, but
it is a different product at this point of time, like they call Einstein Platform 1, which has this Einstein Copilot Studio. Underneath there are products.
I have a question here. So there is data cloud, which has got all the data in place, and you said AI can work along with this data cloud, and for AI there's a platform called Einstein One platform. As part of this, are we saying this is where a chat GPT integration comes into picture? Because I think until data we've established what you established, but is this where a chat GPT comes into picture and you say, okay, that is what Einstein One platform is?
Right. Einstein One platform is trying to help the customers to integrate the data cloud with AI models, AI side of it, to serve you better. I'll decompose this thing.
Please.
Right. Yes. For AI to work, you need the data. That data is coming from the data cloud. If you want to build something, Salesforce as Einstein Platform 1 has this studio called Copilot Studio, which help you to build AI models or enable AI models.
I'm taking a step back here again, Ramesh. When you talk about this with being integrated with the chat GPT, are you saying, so my question is again the same thing. Is chat GPT integrated with Salesforce and hence it's called Einstein GPT? Or is it beyond chat GPT or something similar which Salesforce has built and hence we are calling it Einstein GPT?
Right.
What is Einstein GPT?
So, Salesforce is always, innovation company. They have started this Einstein platform a while ago. Even though we are hearing about ChatGPT, but they started a long time back. So what is that happening? Salesforce built this AI, a platform, which is a trust platform, which means they are putting some filters, how your data is served with the GPT. Inside, they might be calling, chat GPT or any other GPT models. But whatever the data you're sending, they're making sure your privacy is intact.
Can you specifically mention where does AI come into? Salesforce AI comes into picture, which will add value to the businesses who are going to use Salesforce Data Cloud.
Yes, here the foundation, as I mentioned before, the foundation is the data cloud.
Correct.
On the top of it, you use this AI. That AI, you all know there are two types. One is the generative side of it, another one is the predictive side of it. So now we want to send an email marketing, right? When you are sending the email marketing, typically you need to capture that the subscriber, the person who is receiving the emails attention. Attention starts with how you address him and how you recommend him, right? How you address is the way the generative AI, the chat GPT kind of stuff, which in the Salesforce platform you called Einstein, a platform on GPTs, right? We'll talk about, we'll add a value. And the second one is predictive like model, definitely. Now, how you recommend, what you recommend is the one is also uh, get attention of the customer, this kind. And that is where you have a predictive model comes into picture.
Okay, so these two aspects of AI, uh, through I think the answer to my question here is like probably Einstein One platform is bringing both generative and predictive AI elements into picture, which work along with data cloud to add value the way you mentioned. Are there any so going one step forward now? What are the other specific AI products? So yes, Einstein One is a platform which is a generic,
Right.
So I'm pretty sure there are some specific features or products
Right.
which are offered through this platform to add more value to business who are going to use Einstein platform.
Right. Now, what we just mentioned is now what can be done with the Einstein One platform, and
Yeah.
the next one is how we are going to do that. Right. If you want to do that, now the scenario, the Salesforce Einstein platform has built in the trust layer. Right. The trust layer is to protect your privacy, how your data is handled. Right. It's a one is the Salesforce is shielding that entire data you're sending back to data cloud through like using chat gpt, open AI based algorithms. There is a great concept like how you pass the data without impacting losing your privacy and your information, the privacy, right? And then there are tools in the AI platform that are available to build these tools. One is the studio, the AI Copilot Studio, Einstein Copilot Studio, right? And the Copilot Studio, there are areas which you can build. One is like a prompt builder, which generally creates and you're able to create the prompt templates based out of the data from the data cloud, right? And the second one is another one is you can say that AI model builder. So that model builder, either you can invoke outside data AI models, predictive models, be it developed using SageMaker from AWS or Vertex from Google. There are different areas you can get that.
Okay, so we've talked about a few keywords here. We started. So that was exactly what was right. What are those specific areas of Salesforce, which Salesforce from AI perspective or implementation? You mentioned Einstein platform and a few other ones. The studio that is made available, the the prompt builder you mentioned, the AI model builder, and I think we'll go a little deeper in understanding what each one of these are. We probably will not be able to go like hands-on at this moment because maybe that's a different session. We'll ask him to do for us at a later point. But there's this moment. Okay, you mentioned you talked about these few specific keywords which Salesforce offers, which can work better. You mentioned also trust layer. So when you say Einstein GPT through this trust layer, can I say through this layer Salesforce somehow goes to Chat GPT and a lot of maybe some other GPTs without being specific which one, in a very secured way? So that's what I understood.
Right.
In a secured way, and get the desired results from those other GPTs and get the outcome through the Einstein GPT.
So, in a simple area, like now you have the data on the Salesforce platform.
Yes.
In the Plato environment. And whereas like there are APIs, Chat GPTs, OpenAI API, and who knows, maybe Salesforce other APIs they will be calling. But when you send the data to them and getting back the results, they will make sure that you get a proper your data is secure, which means they can filter. There are some techniques called grounding and a toxicity and all. That they will do on behalf of for us, so that our corporate data will be in a trusted way, secure. So that's very critical, like especially in the AI world, the trust is the number one. And the Salesforce is named for a trusting. They have been in the industry for 25 plus years, 20 plus years, whatever. Then they are using this a trust, right? So that is a unique offering. That's what I seen from Salesforce. But people can really just trust and use this API.
So you mentioned this trust layer, which is very effective for Einstein GPT to interact with a lot of other GPTs. I'm also aware, I'm sure you also are, Salesforce also can integrate without Einstein GPT. Also, we can integrate with OpenAI using certain methods. Then, how is this different from that? How is Einstein GPT making any difference there?
Right. There are some great tools available in Einstein platform. One, as we discussed, like a prompt builder. The second one is we are talking about specific to this question is model builder. Model builder is giving the flexibility and ease to use, bring other external models into data cloud, right? And external models, for example, like in your specific case, you must have a build a model outside of Salesforce in AWS or Google platform, like using Salesforce, AWS SageMaker or Google Vertex, or different scenarios. Maybe you can get some outside. Now Salesforce is given that flexibility to bring your data from outside to into platform into the vector database. The vector database is capable of handling not just regular structured data, but unstructured data like PDFs and audio files and any other structured data. That on the top of it, you can invoke models. In other words, there are greater tools available in a platform, and with the easy access and easy to integrate it. That's an advantage of Salesforce Einstein platform.
If somebody is buying or if somebody has Einstein GPT or Einstein platform available, these extra features are available, prompt builder and model builder. But without this, because still going back to my question, without this also it is possible, just that it's probably more difficult or cumbersome. Is that the right understanding? That if we do this OpenAI integration, if it's still possible without Einstein GPT?
I cannot say like impossible, but I don't know like how easy it would be.
Okay, so let's put it this way: it's more difficult compared to using Einstein platform to go and talk to other GPT platforms and other AI model build.
But you are missing entire the greatness of Einstein platform, which is a trust layer.
Yeah, it's just from a curiosity perspective.
Right.
I'm pretty sure Einstein platform is strong, and there are more features going to be added on this platform. It's very early days of Einstein platform,
right?
But at least that's the possibility perspective.
Right. I think by there is a GA, general availability of this Einstein platform in coming 2024 February. Okay. There you would really know that the strength of that the Einstein platform, one specifically Copilot builder.
Right? Okay. So 2024 is when we'll really see, probably a couple of more months to go. I'm pretty sure there will be more features added, or we'll know better once it is really GA. Okay, so now that we established Einstein platform is more more powerful, and that is what we want to focus on. As part of that, you mentioned prompt builder and model builder. Can you please tell us more about what is this prompt builder? I mean, we are not doing a demonstration here, but maybe I'll ask you for another session on that with a demo. But what is a prompt builder helping with?
So the prompt builder really helps to create customized or personalized emails or messages. That's where you have a prompt builder. In the prompt builder, you can build the prompt template. That prompt template can be used in wherever you want to build that email messages.
My basic understanding of prompt is what you type towards a GPT. Here in this case, it's an Einstein GPT. Right.
And you don't need to type anything. Just you select that template and it will build it for you.
Okay.
So basically, it sends about the data to the prompt.
But who is using this template?
So the end users like agents, customer, for example, customer agent, right? Service module, you have like a customer is talking to something. And
so if we go back to the example that we were discussing, this marketing, this e-commerce platform of H&M or Zara, right? You said they'll probably get better emails if they're using data cloud along with AI,
right?
To get that more personalized, better, more conversion possibility, and etc. etc. So is there a person from that marketing team who's going to use this prompt template to get the desired?
Correct. I think what we could one use case could be embedded that the prompt template by passing this some of the data. It can get nice messages. Another one is like if a service agent is quickly need to respond to the customer, right? It just select the template, and based on the customer information available, then it nicely writes an email for it on behalf of agent, and we can just it builds it for you. You have a quick look and send it. If it really helps agents to be more productive and send a personalized mail
So it's
in
like
seconds.
So it's like in Salesforce, we know we've got those email templates,
Right.
which are, there's a lot of pre-text written, and there's some dynamic data which we are getting through
Correct.
these merge fields, or the data is being merged into these email templates, and then they're automated or manually selected by people who are sending out those emails. Can I say this prompt builder is an extension of a concept like an email template, where it's much more than an email template, because there every email template was fixed, only the data was changing. But here, because it's AI, even the text, the kind of response that is being pulled up is really changing depending on the data that we have available for that customer with us.
I think you summarized better than I I could do. That's exactly right.
Okay.
From static to dynamic and using like a power of a GPT, and in matter of seconds, right? And you can quickly review it and send it.
The reason why I'm able to do that in that way is I'm very new to this. I want to tell the people who are watching this, and this is really a learning process as we're trying to learn and bring the same learning to all of you. So I'm trying to visualize and try and relate it to what we already know in Salesforce, and make it really useful for anybody who's watching this. So okay, I'm glad that I was spot on with this one. Let's see how many correct guesses I will make here. So that's something which is prompt builder, which is like your email builder, your prompt builder. We're not going deeper because that will need demonstration and
Right.
screen and everything, which is for next time. The other one you talked about was AI model builder, and I think you spoke about it a couple of times already.
Right.
And it sounded it is more cool and more powerful of the two builders that are available. What is AI model builder doing?
What model builder does is easy, simplified in a terminology. Will say like calling, making the API calls, get something back. Similarly, get that model within Salesforce from outside to Salesforce and train on the data outside our personal data, our enterprise data, and then predict the data when you send the information. So basically, whatever that a bigger organizations are doing, using like heavy the team of like data scientists and models and all, you could do with very less cost in Salesforce. So in other way, the model builder can help an organizations, even medium-scale organizations, to par with an enterprise level organizations with AI capability level.
Okay, so here's something interesting. What I'm understanding is AI model builder, it opens up the possibilities of working with some great models, which are probably built by large teams, enterprises, a lot of data science going into it.
Or outsiders like a third party.
A lot of third party ones, and basically
vendors.
Outside Salesforce models being integrated with Salesforce Einstein platform. But I still come back to my previous question. What is AI model doing there? Because AI model builder is, yes, I understand it. Like I said, external ones getting integrated, that's making it very easy for it. But what are these different external ones bringing extra? Because we already have Einstein GPT, which can go through the trust layer to a chat GPT, or to any other GPTs that are made available, and effectively using it along with chat GPT and giving us prompt builders and a lot of other features which will probably get added on at a later point. What is AI model?
Let me take an example, right? For example, you are in insurance industry and your needs are completely unique than what Salesforce can provide, right? For example, if you want to do like fraud detection when somebody is applying for a client, that is very unique to your need, right? That kind of algorithms you want to build, you probably use either third party or an external AI vendors models, or you can build the same model using external tools like AWS SageMaker or Google Vertex or something else. Right? If there's something like so you build the model specifically industry needs, bring it to the Salesforce through via the model builder, and that then pass that information from the data cloud to this AI model to use this data, predict the data within this one. So basically, only you are getting that algorithm, but not you are not sending the data to outside.
Okay, so that's an interesting one about AI model builder, because that is, I think that's what is really making, at least for me, making it very interesting as a future perspective of how an existing investment or a smart industry specific AI model, which algorithm which is built, can be very easily integrated with Salesforce, and thereby increasing the usage or the efficiency of overall business. If I, right from where we started from Data Cloud. So if I can summarize it for my own understanding and for our audience understanding, Data Cloud along with the the Einstein One platform through Prompt Builder and AI Model Builder, what it helped us achieve is get better data collected from sources within the company. Even like you mentioned, website is one source and store is one source, and having the ability to get data from others external sources as well in an effective manner, collecting smarter data from websites such as clicks or colors and things like that, and then combining it with an Einstein One kind of a platform, automations that somebody wants to perform using the data which is there in Data Cloud, whether it's with Marketing Cloud, Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, or beyond that, can be made much more fluent and efficient using the AI inbuilt AI platform, which is Einstein, by making better prompts or giving faster email answers or decisions that somebody wants to. So you're basically talking to a GPT within Salesforce, asking about a customer or an email, anything like that. How we are asking a chat GPT about something which we don't know. A Salesforce user who's doing anything on top of this Data Cloud would potentially can go and ask a valid question, a valid next best step in their sales journey or their service journey, and get a relevant answer without. It's almost like that Salesforce user has a mentor in the Einstein GPT. So instead of going to a senior or asking somebody, they can probably go to this Einstein GPT with help of the Data Cloud's data and with help of the capabilities of this GPT. Me as a Salesforce end user, I'm being super efficient and super accurate in what I'm doing with my potential customer if I'm using Sales Cloud, and an existing customer if I'm a Service Cloud user. Is that a right way to overall say, okay, this is the true value add when somebody is using Data Cloud with Einstein GPT?
I mean, I think you summarized in a great way. So the what is seeing like there are endless possibilities. Like you have your own personalized chat GPT in other way.
Yes.
You can ask any questions on your own data, and it can help you. And not only helping you like as business user, but also helping the customer, right? Providing like really personalized services and high efficiency and great experience, right? Again, there are endless possibilities with numerous use cases. Your imagination is limited here.
Of course, I mean, we're just starting with AI, but the reason why I kind of summarize it that way is pretty much everybody and anybody has gone to ChatGPT asking for a question, and I'm trying to find a analogy or a similarity between that and saying, hey, if you are in Salesforce, if you are a Salesforce user and you're using Salesforce to have better outcome of your business, which is what everybody's investing in Salesforce for as a business. It's me saying, okay, we have built a GPT within Salesforce on Salesforce data and on a lot of data, making it easier for you to work with your customers, and your job is faster and more efficient and accurate if you decide to use these two products, right? So of course with a lot of other possibilities.
Correct.
Now that you've mentioned about why we should focus on AI and Data Cloud, can you tell us where can we go and learn? So because you've learned a lot, you're going into the next level, but where can I go and learn about all these concepts that you talked about is what I along with what the audience would like to know. So as from a career perspective.
So career, like in IT always like evolving, like you always learn at least a few years. So over the time, if you notice, technology adaptation is getting shorter and shorter. So I don't know, like now there is a statistics, people used to adopt this, especially GPT, within a week or so, like now there are million users added.
Yes,
right?
Yes,
that's like a fast adaptation.
Yes. It broke a lot of records.
Right. And the same way, like as if I say, like technology guy, I have to learn but typically I'll tell there are areas to learn. One is a great place, and always now this technology is still evolving. One is trailblazer videos, the webinars and seminars, and connected by all the experts in the area. That's one place. And the second is when you are a Salesforce partner, I happen to be your company Salesforce partner, then there is a partners learning camp. There is a specific course on data cloud, and also data cloud. Partner team conducted a series of sessions, like one about how to getting certified and to get the basics, and second is how to understand the use cases and implement it. That's the third one they're conducting now. That's where you're talking about like 1 in 24, which is basically phase 3. They selected partners, and each session they're selecting only 8 partner companies, and they train them. This is only by invitation only. They train them on how to implement, how to get the use case and implement, so that you'll have a customers have higher success. And I'm lucky to be we are one of them, one of the 24 people, right?
Congratulations on that, because I repeat, Ramesh is one among those people who are, there are only 3 sessions, 3 phases, and 8, and he's one among those 8, which is 24, which is what we said at the beginning.
Right. And I think the great there are again the learning. You go the trailblazers events, which typically like Salesforce and trailblazers also provide a lot of content, the video, what to do, how to do, and all. Then the second one is if you are a partner, you get a lot of ton of material from the partner. The third one is always there is a place for trailblazer website, and you can get a lot more information, right? And what I really want to see is like rather than when you're learning, always help a customer how to solve a particular problem, right, using these tools. Now you basically the tool is as good as it's the master, right? And now as we have to change like regular developer, we have to start thinking of more of a consultant, understand the business problem, and if you're working one customer in industry, get the best practices and start implementing the next assignment. So
understand the industry much better going forward is an advice,
right? And basically like start learning these areas, and see how you can implement it in your own play, each and every project which you are working on, and be a consultant. Try to solve the business problems using these tools.
Okay.
Right. And always don't be generalist. Be a specialist. That's a great way of standing. In the crowd, especially.
Okay. Now that we've established why is Salesforce Data Cloud along with Einstein platform is so powerful and useful for our customers, but to our trailblazers who are watching this, who are so used to thinking or being told that AI will come and replace their jobs and their careers will be lost. And coincidentally, there have been jobs lost this year, unfortunately, but which is not attributed to AI. But that's a common question we always hear. Okay, this AI will come and replace these many jobs, that many jobs, this job will go, that job will go. How should our trailblazers, no matter what role, admin, developer, or if you have any specific suggestions for anybody, how should they look at it? Should they start? What should they start? What should be their immediate step to get ready for this wave of data and AI as a Salesforce professional? What's your advice for them?
Whenever as IT is evolving with all these new technologies and techniques, so only thing is start learning, but don't really worry about like losing jobs. Historically, what you have seen is whenever there is a technology, yes, there are some jobs, roles will change, and your the way of things will do change, right? This is also same thing, that there are new wave of new jobs are coming, maybe in terms of like the prompt engineers or like new AI model integrators, the things like that are maybe no one knows. I don't know. Like maybe there are new areas this AI will take into the like especially job and a skill set level. Always look out and make sure like you are learning this new technology all the time.
Okay, so to all the trailblazers, no, jobs are not going anywhere. It's just what you keep learning, and as we know, Salesforce always keeps innovating and it never lets us relax. So it is not for people who are relaxing, it is for people who are hustling, and we have a hustler in front of us. So Ramesh, a very big question, and probably as we come towards the end of understanding this technology, and you also told us where to learn and how to learn. How do we extract the best out of all of the learning that you have? Because you being a trailblazer and you having already gone through all these recordings. Yes, it's definitely those sources that he has mentioned are good learning sources, but can we expect something from you?
Definitely, like
I mean, here I'm asking it here. I know we could, we could have done it offline, but
yeah,
I'm putting you in a spot by asking.
no, like, definitely, like as I said, I'm always something giving back to the community, and I will definitely take some sessions on data cloud or AI, how to implement it, kind of, all the sessions.
Okay, so now we said it on camera, said how to implement, because that is actually my next question. What we established is what is data cloud, what is Einstein platform, why is it important? Through the use cases, the stories that you've given us, I think we've got a fair understanding of why a business should look at this. But the next big question is obviously the how. There are learning resources, and we've got a commitment from Mr. Ramesh now. He'll probably come back and share his learnings through probably more hands-on and more specific showcase of how to use some of these tools once and as and when they're available for people to start getting their hands dirty on. So we are going to hold you accountable for that,
sure.
which is good, because it's a true testimonial to being a trailblazer. And as I can see on your T-shirt, I really like that cool design of your T-shirt. Megnity AI. Even if AI is not part of the name of the company, you've imbibed trailblazer and got this AI imbibed, and so it's good that you're walking the talk.
We steal idea from the Salesforce anyway.
Yeah, but Salesforce partners can, I think, do that because you are an extended member of Salesforce. So we're going to hold you accountable for that. And on that note, from what we all understood, the next step is going to be where and when we probably will establish later. But thank you so much, Ramesh Garu, for telling us all that we didn't know or we probably knew in a different way, adding light to the technology, telling us about your story, telling us how anybody of any age can start a company, explore. And I talked about age at the beginning, but irrespective of what age you are, I'm pretty sure is close to 50 and is still learning more than anybody of us. And so if people who are complaining about, oh, I don't have time, I'm so busy with my job, I have this meeting, I'm pretty sure we're not more busy than somebody like him, who's managing a lot of things along with learning newer technologies and now also committing to teaching. It sets a tone for us, and to all our club members and people who are watching, take that as an example, a success story, an expert talk. We'll bring you more of that. This is your host and those signing off on that note. Thank you so much, Ramesh Garu, again. We'll definitely see you on one of those how to build one of these features or how to build something on Salesforce using one of these features in the next episode.
Thank you, Roshan.
Thank you one more
Thanks
time.
for having me.